Police, top brass and political leaders in KwaZulu-Natal have visited Highflats, where 7 members of a family, including a 5-year-old boy, were yesterday shot dead execution style at their home. Armed attackers reportedly stormed into their home while the family were watching television. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Khambule says the massacre was planned as some of the victims were shot in the head while lying down. Police recovered 18 cartridges and 7 bullet casings at the scene. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Tuli has called on residents of Highflats to help police identify the criminals in the community. Police say the Khambule family were watching television when armed men stormed into their home and opened fire. Investigators have recovered 18 cartridges and 7 bullet casings from the scene.
Well, it's a very somber day here in Highflats as community members are grappling with what happened last night as 7 members of one family were massacred just at this homestead. It's said that the perpetrators are still on the run. But to speak to us more about this, I am joined by the Provincial Police Commissioner in the province, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. PC, if you can just take us through what occurred last night. We were talking off air where you said several cartridges were found. Can you just paint the picture for our viewers back at home?
Yeah, well, we are in the area of Khambule, which is under Highflats policing area in this Highflats district in KZN. It's a rural area, as you can see. This house where we're at, it's a house where the mother is about 55-year-old, and she was staying here with 3 children, or 2 children, and one relative that came to visit, a boy who's coming from the neighborhood area. So there were 4 in the house, and the daughter-in-law arrived with 2 other children early this week to come and visit. And so in total there were 7. So what we were briefed by the neighbors when we attended the crime scene yesterday is that they had gunshots. When they came to investigate, they found all 7 people dead inside the house. So eventually when the police came in to come and process the scene, we discovered that there's about 18 cartridges that were found in the crime scene and about 7 bullet heads that were also in that crime scene. So it's clear that there was no break-in on the door, but the house that is allegedly was used by the relative that came to visit, the door was standing open. So it appears that perhaps they might have started there and take that person to the house where the family was sitting and watching television just before 8, because the door was open and the assailant went inside and they shot all of them. I mean, a 55-year-old, the eldest, and the youngest, a boy of 5-year-old. They were all killed. And you can see that it's people that came to come and wipe up the whole family that was in here. So we're still investigating. But what we pick up so far is that there seems to be a lot of conflict that's been happening around, which within the family and also other people outside the family that is involved in this possible conflict in this area. So we're processing the scene. We've done the processing of the scene this morning. That's why the Premier came to visit now. And we dispatched the teams from the provincial office to take over this whole investigation so they can be able to follow up on the suspects that were involved.